The promised celestial event is just round the corner. That's going to be revealed in today's Today in History. You might be able to witness it, so keep watching and all will be revealed. Hello and welcome to my channel. This is the Today in History channel and my name is Sotonye Afiasimama. For those of you, 59 of you who have subscribed, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for dropping by once again to my channel, and also for those of you who have been here before, you haven't subscribed, thanks for dropping by once again. Why not subscribe so that you receive updates of my video uploads? If you're here for the first time, welcome to the Today in History channel. I share important events that have happened on this day in history with a view to us learning from history, and hopefully we can come together to avert problems from occurring in the future based on what has happened in the past. Hopefully you'll be educated and entertained. Okay, so let's get cracking with today's Today in History. The year is 1911, and obviously the day, of course, is the 21st of December. So 1911, on this day, I shall reveal to you what happened. And this is a plaque dedicated to baseball great Joshua Gibson, also known as Josh. He was born on this day, 1911. Sadly, he lived a very short life. He died at the age of 35 on the 20th of January, 1947. But not before being considered the greatest slugger in Negro baseball leagues. He was a power-hitting catcher who hit almost 800 home runs in league and independent baseball during his 17-year career, credited with having been Negro National League batting champion in 1936, 1938, 1942, and 1945. So just 2 years before he died, he was Negro National League batting champion. So again, this is Josh Gibson, who was born on this day in 1911. He was born in Buena Vista, Georgia on this day. Just one more picture of him. So there we go. That's a painting of Josh Gibson, who was born on this day. Baseball great, National Negro League baseball great. Okay, so let's move on now to the next event on this day, and believe it or not, Samuel L. Jackson was born. That's Samuel L. Jackson, actor, born on this day in 1941. He is 79 years old today, so happy birthday, Samuel L. Jackson. Born in Washington, D.C., he has starred in over 40 movies, including box office hits The Long Kiss Goodnight, Pulp Fiction, Jackie Brown, and The Time to Kill. Not to forget Coming to America. That was the first time I watched him on TV. So that's Samuel L. Jackson, who was born on this day. Another man with the last name Jackson. On this day, 1988, check this out. Before we get there are quite a few more people to talk about. But just hold on. There is something from someone else called Jackson, with the last name Jackson. That's coming up, so just keep watching. So, 21st of December 1942. This lady is just a year younger than Samuel L. Jackson. Her name is Carla Thomas. She is a singer born in Memphis, Tennessee, best known for the hits Because I Love You, recorded with her father Rufus Thomas, and Gee Whiz. Look at this. Look at his eyes. So, Carla Thomas, born on this day in 1942. And as usual, I'll show you some more pictures of Carla Thomas. beautiful Carla Thomas striking a pose. Carla Thomas again, vintage jukebox. And last but not least, that's an LP cover design, Carla Thomas. I thought that was that's a unique design, so thought I'd share it with you guys. So if you haven't heard of Carla Thomas, check her out, Google her up, check out her songs on YouTube, yeah, you may enjoy her music. Again, Carla Thomas, 78 today, born on this day in 1942. Happy birthday, Carla Thomas. In 1953, so 11 years later, another singer, this time Betty Wright, pictured here. She is 67 years old today. She was born on this day in 1953 in Miami, Florida. She's most well known for the single Clean Up Woman. So again, Betty Wright, happy birthday, born on this day, 1953. She's 67 years old today. Some more pictures as usual. Yeah, I like her ethnic inspired necklaces and earrings. Absolutely gorgeous. The afro is nice. Very cool. I love this picture. Beautiful Betty Wright doing her thing. So happy birthday, Betty Wright. Again, born on this day in 1953. That makes her 67 years old. Let's move on to the year 1959. So just 6 years after Betty Wright was born, sadly, the late Florence Griffith-Joyner, born on this day, she died on the 21st of January 1998 at the young age of 38. Florence Griffith-Joyner, winner of 3 gold and a silver medal at the 1988 Olympics, was born in Los Angeles, California. And as usual, I'm going to show you some more pictures of Florence Griffith-Joyner doing her thing. Talented athlete. That's an interesting one with the long nails. She's holding the American flag proudly. Doing her thing and her medals. Florence Griffith-Joyner, born on this day in 1959, so she would have been 61 today had she still been alive. So let's move on now to the other Jackson fellow. His name is Jesse Jackson. This was the day in 1988 that Jesse Jackson urges the use of the term African American as an alternative to Black American. At the apex of his political career, he joined other Black thinkers and leaders in suggesting that Black Americans begin to use the term African American because it not only suggested that Blacks had an ethnic history that predated slavery, but it also recognized a link to an ancestral motherland. Okay, so pictures, African American History Month. You can see some of the famous African Americans, some of whom I have discussed in my other videos. Most of the people here I've actually talked about in my other videos, so go check them out. And Rosa Parks, there's a picture of Rosa Parks here. Obviously Martin Luther King Jr. This guy with the afro, can't remember his name. He was a slave who started a rebellion and was hung. I know that bit about him. I don't remember his name. The lady in the middle, Not quite sure now whether she was made some sort of history in education. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, that's on my channel as well. So if you check any videos that I have on African Americans, you would find her, or just type African Americans in Google. Famous African Americans. Her picture should come up, and you find find out what her name is. And obviously the baseball guy with the Dodgers shirt. Also check him out as well. Okay, so I'll show you some more pictures as well. Again, this was the day that Jesse Jackson urged the use of the term African American. Okay, let me show you some more pictures. I love this picture. Yeah, it's good photography work. Okay, so that's the term African American again. African American history. And this is the man Jesse Jackson. In case you didn't know what he looked like. This was in 1988 during his campaign for the presidency of the United States. There are many people who don't know that he actually ran for president. So again, that's Jesse Jackson. And another interesting fact of him that's going to be coming up in a few seconds. Check this out. Again, that's one of his supporters in 1988. Jesse Jackson, 88, the same year he made the statement. Very likely he made it during one of his campaigns. Again, campaign trail, 1988. Reverend Jesse Louis Jackson Sr., October 8, 1941. So that was his birthday. Minister, civil rights activist, politician, 1984-1988, Democratic presidential candidate. Black History Month. Okay. Another Jesse Jackson supporter. It's Jesse Jackson again. Campaign Trail, 1988. Time Magazine. The Jackson Factor. Black Pride, White Concerns. Well, don't think the whites of America need to be concerned. The African Americans have been mostly peaceful in their agitations for equality in America. Yeah, there have been skirmishes, there have been deaths, but I think in most cases they've been peaceful. I think what most African Americans desire, or what most Black Americans desire, is just equality. Equal rights like every other American citizen. And that's my little surprise there. Yes, he did hang out with Martin Luther King Jr., just in case you didn't know. He was around when Martin Luther King was assassinated. And there it is. That's the famous balcony where Martin Luther King lost his life, probably a few minutes after this picture was taken. Okay, let's move on now to the next important event happening in a few hours, and that is the Great Conjunction. So the thing I've been asking you to watch out for. So tonight, Jupiter and Saturn will merge in the night sky, appearing closer to one another than they have since 1226. Other sources, interestingly, say since 1623. So I'm not sure which is which. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an astronomer. So for those of you who know more about these things, drop a comment in the comment section. I had mentioned in my first 3 videos ago, first time I mentioned this was that this was the first great conjunction since the time of Galileo Galilei, okay, the famous astronomer. But other sources said 1226. So, and that seems to be gathering momentum. The fact that this is the first time in 800 years, nearly 800 years, that this event has occurred. Other sources say 400 years. So, don't know which is which. So anyway, point is, there is going to be what's called the Christmas star today, the Great Conjunction. Jupiter and Saturn will appear to merge in the night sky, appearing close to one another. But the one coming up is especially close. So others have happened before. This one is especially close. Jupiter and Saturn will be just 1/10 of a degree apart from our perspective, or about 1/5 of the width of a full moon. They should be easily visible around the world a little after sunset, weather permitting, obviously. Okay, so some more pictures, and I shall leave a link here where you can watch it live. So like I promised at the beginning, I'll leave a link here where you can watch it live. The great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn pictures. There's one particular picture that I love. That's the next one coming up. Absolutely beautiful. I think I'm going to use this as the clickbait picture. Let's put it that way, for lack of a better term. I love this picture. It's so colorful, so beautiful. You know. Okay. More pictures. So this also explains, the great conjunction. You can see the distance between Saturn and Jupiter last month, nearly 4 weeks ago, November 26th, and then on December 1st, they're getting closer, December 6th, December 11th, December 16th, and now December 21st. The great conjunction, or the Christmas star, happening in a few hours. So guys, go check it out. If you're interested in stuff like this, go check it out. I will be checking it out as well tonight after sunset. Okay guys, we have come to the end of today's Today in History. I'm gonna leave you with this beautiful picture. We shall see tomorrow, December 22nd. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you receive updates of my video uploads. Like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Stay safe. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.